You've got your glasses on today.
Yes, because it's too bright.
Yeah, it is a bit bright today, isn't it? Bit about as bright as that orange shirt that I saw the other day on that Snuff video.
Oh yeah.
That Cameron Obama made.
Yeah, yeah.
Did that seem real to you?
Totally fake. You could see that.
Did you see that video that Anti-Slave Boy put up?
The one that the YouTube took down.
Yeah, I was trying to look for it last night, and it seems that they've all been deleted, the original Foley videos. You know, I think it was called Message to America.
Mm.
I wonder why the governments don't want you to see it. I wonder why Google censored it and removed it all.
It might be because there's that many people putting videos out showing you that it was totally fake and fraudulent that they thought, oh, whoa, we've been caught here a good one, so we better just get rid of it. So bury it. Google, take it away.
Well, it's a bit of a sickening shock if actually our servants, our government, our mind controllers around the planet in all these different countries actually have not analysed it to see that it's fake. There was one chap, he'd made this video where he'd zoomed into this area where the guy in the black, Jihadi John, was moving this rubber knife backwards and forwards. It wasn't a proper blade, we've just seen one in the fancy dress shop. In fact, we were going to get it and do a bit of a joke, but we thought MI5 or the KGB might come and arrest us for some ridiculous reason for making a mock fake video representing.
Yeah, still we could have made it look better than theirs did.
Oh yeah, we could have actually got some real blood. Well, not real blood, you know, tomato sauce, and get the sachets, and you know, you can get that fake Dracula's blood that you can get at the fancy dress shop for Halloween, and it could have been spurting out the side of my mouth while you were pretending to behead me.
Did you see the footage today of his supposed mum or daughter?
It was his brother and sister.
That was it, yeah.
Yeah, and his brother goes like this.
Did an Obama.
A little bit like Obama. Oh, the poor American people. He kept rubbing and rubbing and rubbing. And when his sister was on the camera, they said something about him that he'd been kidnapped before. Yeah. And she went like this. And halfway through the interview, she just went. Now, can you imagine if your brother had just been slaughtered in a Snuff video by some extremist?
Alleged. With an English accent.
With an English accent. He sounded more like Ali G, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, anybody can do the Ali G impression, you know. And it wasn't me on the video.
But you see, what that's all about is her inner self was getting to her because she knew she was lying to the cameras, and she just couldn't keep a straight face anymore about it.
Halfway through, she just... If it had been our brothers or sister that had been murdered like that, I'd be bawling my head off, wouldn't you? I would be...
That's crying his eyes out for those who don't understand.
Bawling my head off, yeah, for everybody else. I would be crying, you know, there would be proper tears and... yeah.
Proper tears. Oh, proper tears.
Proper tears, you know, tears, water from the eyes, like this, streaming down. I would be distressed. In fact, I'd probably be irreconcilable, because you wouldn't even get me on camera if it had been my brother that had been murdered.
Yeah, but you got to remember it was just an act.
Completely fake. You rotters out there, you rotters whoever is behind this, right? And we know who Islamic State's funded by.
Yes, we do.
CIA-da. It's the new CIA-da.
Al-CIA-da.
Yes. And Al means the. It's a bit Aleister Crowley, isn't it? Ad libum.
Ah, yes. I'll send you that link for that. It's about the music industry and the naughtiness that goes off in there. But there is a part that is so good. It's Bob Marley. Bob Marley singing, "Don't let 'em fool ya. Oh no," because he knew what was going on. He knew this was all a game.
Could You Be Loved? Yeah, good record that.
Yes.
I wonder why they got rid of him as well.
Same reason they got rid of John Lennon. Although in John's case, he did actually turn from the bad side to the good side.
Talking too much about certain things, are they? Do you know, mate, I was so shocked the other day. I mean, a few years ago, I really woke up to what's going on in this planetary game sphere that we're all co-creating. Past, present and future, now time exists. But that is a sick joke, to fake somebody's death like that. And then to...
It's not the first time, is it?
No, it just really,
But in
it
fact, there was
really got
one.
to me.
There was one in London a while back.
Well, the so-called Woolwich over your eyes.
Yeah.
Has anybody done a trace for the chap that was supposed to be beheaded in that video? And we've spoken about this before. We couldn't find any birth record for him.
Strangely enough, there was no blood there either.
Yeah, there was no blood there. I mean, it's sickening to think that people like our government, our councils, the religions are behind it.
Your lot's government, your lot's councils, your lot's religions, not mine. I ain't got any of them.
All of these so-called people who love us so much.
Yes. Well, we've actually...
Please vote for us. We will do just wonderful things for you.
We've entrusted into a position of power because they said they were going to look after us. Not that they were going to poison our food, poison our water, try and kill us, try and lock us up and turn us into slaves. But still.
Well, you can imagine a couple of people that are sort of staging crap like this, can't you? Going, right, war. Ooh, great.
Money,
Oh,
money,
war.
money.
Great. War. Wage war. Theatre. Great. So the first one was called Great.
The Great War.
Amazing.
Unless, of course, you died in it, in which case it wasn't so great.
Oh, it doesn't matter. We'll have cenotaphs for people like that, and we'll
put the names up on a wall, written in stone by Freemasons.
Their name liveth forevermore, but not their bodies.
It's strange how the name was all in capitals as well, isn't it?
Because they're already dead.
Yeah.
But the people that the men, mainly men, in this, I can't believe that this planet actually had one world war. Yeah, it actually had a world war. It's unreal. I really think I've landed on the wrong planet. I ain't coming back to this one, I assure you.
Who was that guy in America that was the head like 33rd degree and above Freemason that written the book which said basically told him how to have 3 world wars?
Not heard about that
Big
one.
beard, back in the 1800s, big long beard and whatnot. He was the head Freemason.
John Dee?
No, he was the English
Queen
spy
Elizabeth I,
007.
wasn't he? Yeah.
Anyway, he wrote a book all about it, explaining how to have 3 world wars, and 2 of them. He's got 2 of them so far. We're going to let him have that 3rd one. Well, I'm going to try and stop it on my watch.
So you know all this bull that we keep getting fed about this so-called First World War. You know, they died to save us all.
Yeah.
And actually, they were, and they were forced into that.
Yeah.
You boy, if you don't join the army, you're going in prison.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were forced into do it.
And once you're at the front and you're in your little turret thing, and you've got to get up over your turret and get marching towards them that are shooting loads of bullets at you, this is where the military police came in.
The military police were
stood behind them. Anyone that didn't get up and run at those bullets got shot in the trenches. Well,
we're all being conned, aren't we? We're all being conned. Yeah.
Did you know? That's just reminded me. Actually, you know that the British Transport Police is a private police force, not owned by the government or anything. It's a private police force, dressed up as the same private police force that you all know that wears a nee. But they're private, totally private, whereas our police are just going more private at the moment. In fact, our police are about to be out of a job because G4S is taking over.
And we're soon going to be called France. Even the border's gone over to Calais.
Yeah, and vice versa.
Anyway, getting back to this shockingly bad
enactment,
this Snuff video, the TV channels were saying it's too graphic. I looked at it, I didn't see any blood, did you? Apart from a couple of teaspoons on the floor afterwards and a bit of ketchup.
Well, if that's too graphic, what about these ones which are still out there on YouTube, where you've got bodies blown to pieces, faces half blown off, but that's not too graphic.
They show it on Sky every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, people being massacred in Iraq and Afghanistan and other
Palestine.
places. Well, basically what's going on here, because if you don't get it yet, people, this is our analogy of it. You see, years ago, this is a war of terrorism, not a war on terror. Right?
War of terrorism
and basically,
by terrorists.
The Knights Templar went over to the Holy Lands and to Arabia. Right? It was originally called Scarabia because the scarab lived there and it rolled the dung up into a ball and then laid its eggs in, and it was born from its world of shit. It's quite funny. So it was called Scarabia, the land of the scarab, and then later on became Arabia. where the Arabian people were. And basically the Knights Templar went over with all their army and their legions, yeah, and they were massacred by the Arabian people, the Arabs. So they went back with their tails between their legs, and to legion, they tried to give them their god. And then of course you've got Christianity. It's a bit like this. You normally do this if you see a vampire.
Doesn't seem to work with the governments.
No, it doesn't. No, they use this in order to protect themselves, because this is devil worship. Yeah? And Re is she. It's a ritualistic cult. Sexual ritual cult. It's disgusting. And they never forgave the Arabs and the Muslims. So they've constantly, the West have constantly waged war. Waged, get your wallet out. Waged war against Islam. So not only does it promote Islam, it attacks Islam and gets Islam to attack itself. And that's why you get these snuff, very, very poor, badly acted, fake videos. And then the government and people like David Cameron and the Foreign Secretary, we've got a new one apparently. I wonder what happened to Hague.
Did you hear what Theresa May said? Of course, this is just all part of the plan.
Beautiful woman.
Yeah. She said that when the Conservatives get in at the next election, they're going to abolish human rights.
You did say conservatives.
Yes.
And you know conservative means a deception to serve.
Yeah, of course.
She said what?
We're going to get rid of human rights. We're going to get rid of them totally. So
wonderful.
So that means you will no longer have a right to life. You will no longer have a right to water. Didn't Nestle's boss say exactly the same thing? Humans shouldn't be allowed water. It shouldn't be a right for them to have water. Are they all in it together? Surely not.
Well, that's convinced me to actually, Regis King, register to vote. You know, I think I'm going to vote. I don't think anything, actually. I'm never going to vote. There's nobody to vote for.
Well, the thing is, they get rid of the human rights, which is what they want anyway. And what that's going to happen, what's going to do there is that's going to make people not vote for Conservative. So who are they going to vote for? Let me think. Who are we going to vote for? Let's wear a tie so we subliminally tell them who to vote for.
So one's a deception to serve, a conservative. Well, we've got the other one, which is toil and trouble. Toil and trouble is Labour. And then you've got liberal, which is only a small dousing of what's to come, really.
And then you've got the one that is the new whipping boys now, of course. The ones they want in.
UKIP.
UKIP. Guys, UKIP is controlled opposition.
Be like voting for the BNP.
Think about it. If they get in and win, we're out of Europe, that's them. UKIP's done.
Well, we said this before. You see Cameron and all the rest of them. Clegg won't wear the purple tie.
Yeah, until he got told off.
It's to promote UKIP.
Yeah.
Because they know what's coming next.
Controlled opposition.
Really, we just need a good set of men and women who understand no ill will, harm, loss or lying. Because that's what's happening to
And
us,
above all, aren't paedophiles.
Yeah? We want positive other selves, not negative other selves, who'll be in it for themselves. So, let's wish them all good luck. Right? Wish them all good luck. Wash our hands of all these people who are negative, that don't have anything negative to do. Especially people that interfere with children and just take money, millions and millions and millions, and don't share. Yeah, leave them on. Find some islands in the middle of the Pacific or something. Sorry if you live in the middle of the Pacific.
Not the Pacific. That's nice there. Let's find some islands up near Antarctic or...
Stick them all on the Falklands then. Oh no, sorry Falklands people.
No, stick them somewhere
How
where
about
it's
British
cold.
Virgin Island? Oh, okay, Greenland, Iceland. Where that volcano is?
Iceland got rid of all their bankers. And corrupt politicians. Why would we want to give them out? Ours are even worse than theirs. It's got to be some small island in some really cold place where they can keep each other warm with all the buggering.
Oh yeah. Yeah, just drop them on an island somewhere.
In a cold place.
If you want. Yeah.
Maybe the Pacific might be okay actually, because although it'd be warm, it'd be full of sharks around there, wouldn't it?
So now getting back to, oh yeah, sharks. Don't give them any ships, don't leave them any ships or any equipment to build ships, just leave them there. Because I wouldn't want any harm to them. You want them to be cold, but that's fair enough.
No, I'm just trying to help them to get their buggering underway.
So what's going to happen next, do you think? with all these snuff films coming out, badly acted snuff films,
Well-
you know, with green screens and rubber knives
Oh,
and drops of tomato ketchup.
I would think that it's getting so desperate for them at the moment, they absolutely must be looking at another 9/11/7/7 false flag event to try and distract everyone from the evilness that they're up to.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, so where's the next 911 going to be? That should be interesting, shouldn't it? Says those militants, those extremists, we've got to go to such and such a country and sort them all out.
Of course, don't forget November 1st is coming. November 1st, this 2014, you know what happens then, don't you? The UK no longer exists.
Yeah, to be called France.
Yeah. And so, therefore, common law, which is something they've been trying to
That's
get rid
going to
of.
be wiped out.
And then you're in a dictatorship. Not that we're not already, but you're in a more in-your-face dictatorship, as you'll see then, if we let them.
We are living in a communist dictatorship, aren't we? Totalitarian state, where they use extortion, slavery, and you can't pass the port unless you've got a passport.
We should tell them where we've just come from. Yeah, maybe not.
Kenneth's house just round the corner, but we couldn't remember what number it was, so we didn't want to go and park in his drive and somebody to go, oh, that's where Kenneth lives. Kenneth who?
Clark.
Said it now. With his big willy and his wandering hands.
Especially around little boys.
We'll find out the number. We'll go and park outside his house one day. Or should we? We might get locked up.
What for? If anyone should be locked up, it's him. He's a paedophile.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Oh, of course, the police don't work for us. They work for the paedophiles.
What happens if we go in a police station, or we go to the local crime agency, or whatever they're called this week, and I'd like to report a snuff movie that's been put on by the governments of this planet on YouTube, but now they've removed it all.
You mean the one world government?
I wonder what the police will say to that. Can you please go and arrest these terrible people who are putting out these crap fake videos?
No, because they're my boss.
And they're telling everybody that it's real and that this guy was murdered. I cry, I weep for the world. There's too much suffering going on. We love you. Be well.
We love you all.
See you soon. Or vice versa.